What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Seeking Sushi video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Mike, and with this channel, I aim to inspire you through my previous foodie experiences, while at the same time raising awareness for the global hunger crisis. So if it's in your heart today, I've linked in the description a link to the Share the Meal app, where I've created a pool where in a few clicks, you can help end the global hunger crisis with just a minimum donation of 80 cents, which will help us get one step closer to ending this global crisis. So today, contrary to my previous video where I crushed 6 donuts on my cheat day, I want to focus more on healthy things, and today I want to highlight the superfood of hemp seeds. Let's get this video started. So before I get to the benefits, I want to clarify that hemp is actually not the same plant as cannabis, but it does derive from the same species. Cannabis, or marijuana, actually contains the THC element, which is the psychoactive component which creates the high effect, whereas hemp seeds do not. Other parts of the plant, such as the leaves and the flowers, actually do contain some traces of THC, so the seeds themselves contain none of that, so it's completely healthy to ingest. So from a macro perspective, hemp seeds are packed with nutrition. So per 100 grams of hemp seeds, there are 49 grams of fat, 9 grams of carbs, and 32 grams of protein. They contain 44% of your daily required iron and 26% of your daily required potassium. So per serving alone, which is about 30 grams or 3 tablespoons, you get so much nutrition, it's actually insane. So you get 50% of magnesium, which is actually the #1 mineral which most people are deficient in. So magnesium supports muscle and nerve functions, and if chronically deficient, you could be at the risk of high blood pressure and heart disease. You also get 50% of your daily phosphorus, which helps with muscle recovery and energy storage. You get 25% of your daily zinc, which supports your immune system and your metabolism. You also get 30% of your daily vitamin B1, which prevents complications in the heart, the nervous system, and the brain. You even get 110% manganese, which actually helps form connective tissues and bones. So from supporting weight loss, metabolism, strengthening your bones and muscles, it's clear that hemp seeds are extremely beneficial to our bodies, but they come with potential side effects as well. For example, diarrhea, nausea, slow heart rate, and a high blood pressure. So if in doubt, please do your own research or consult a doctor, or start with small amounts. I am not a professional, so none of this should be taken as professional advice, so please do your research beforehand. So for a seed, hemp seeds are very versatile because of their soft and creamy texture, so it's easily pairable with a variety of flavors. So just to show you how diverse the seed is, I'm going to show you a few common use cases of hemp seeds, ranging from breakfast all the way to dinner. Let's get started. If you've seen my What I Eat in a Day video, you know I love to start my day with a hearty bowl of oats. I usually start my base with 100 grams of oats, a scoop of vanilla protein powder, 10 grams of chia seeds, and about a 3-to-1 ratio of milk to oats. So in this case, I have 350 milliliters of oat milk. Once the oats have achieved my desired consistency, I top it off with fruits I have available to get a good dose of vitamins. This time I have a banana, a handful of blueberries, and a kiwi. I then top it off with the star of the day, 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds, followed by 5 grams of linseeds and 5 grams of shredded coconut. And for another kick of protein and fats, about 50 grams of natural peanut butter. Altogether, the macros of this meal are 1,336 calories, 133 grams of carbs, 57 grams of fats, and 70 grams of protein, in addition to the abundance of vitamins. So folks, this is the reason I constantly depend on oats to start my day. There are virtually endless ways to prepare it, and it's a great way to ensure your start to the day is an energy-packed one. Not only are hemp seeds a great topper, but they also mix well in sauces such as pesto. Pesto sauce is quite diverse as well, as you can use it as a dip or a topping for pasta, which is what I used it for in this case. For this recipe, I used 100 grams of pasta as my base. For the sauce itself, a big handful of basil, a handful of spinach, a half cup of pine nuts, about half a cup of parmesan, 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, some salt, and juice from half a lemon. So this was actually my first time ever making pesto sauce, so I kept it simple by blending all the ingredients together. If you want a more traditional pesto, I recommend chopping everything up. Because I paired it with pasta, I aimed for a more liquid consistency. To achieve this, I also added a little bit of water. Once the pasta has finished boiling to that al dente texture, I topped it with the pesto sauce, added some sprouts for an extra kick and a little finesse, and mixed nuts for an added dash of healthy fats. So the total for this meal is a whopping 1,291 calories. The macros are 79 grams of carbs, 95 grams of fat, and 33 grams of protein. Now, due to the variety of seeds and olive oil, this is a high-fat meal, but this allows you to consume a lot of calories that's relatively easy to consume. And what's great is that this is a pretty easy meal to prepare if I can prepare it, and it's great for lunch and dinner. Thanks to their versatile consistency, hemp seeds also pair really well with a smoothie. If you're wondering what to pair smoothies with in general, my general tip is to pair yellows and greens together and reds, purples, and blues together. So for this smoothie, I used 250 milliliters of pineapple juice as my base, a handful of spinach, frozen peaches, a scoop of vanilla protein powder, and 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds. And from there, just blend everything together. The calories for this shake are 463. The macros are 40 grams of carbs, 17 grams of fats, and 37 grams of protein. So if you're short on time or simply want an efficient source of good nutrition, I highly recommend a smoothie of this variety. It not only goes down smoothly, but the juice also adds a refreshing punch complemented by the rich greens. To end the day and this video, I want to highlight another great feature of hemp seeds, its ability to pair well with breaded foods. For this recipe, I kept it vegetarian by breading eggplant, but you can also use it for chicken, tofu, or whatever you enjoy frying or baking. To start off, I sliced the eggplant in 1 centimeter thick pieces. I then prepped the breading by cracking an egg, but for a vegan alternative, you can also soak it with a plant-based milk of your choice. I then mixed the panko with the garlic powder, Parmesan cheese, spices, and of course, the hemp seeds. Pro tip: while it is tempting to use your hands for this, I recommend using utensils so you don't mess up the breading and soaking process. It also helps keep your hands clean. Once you're done, coat your pan with a generous amount of oil to ensure the eggplant soaks it up and cooks more thoroughly. Now, while you wait for those to cook, you can start prepping your potatoes by slicing them in chunks and pre-soaking them. For flavor, I added some salt, allspice, agave syrup to bring out the savory notes. Additionally, Korean potatoes typically taste sweeter as well. And pro tip from my girlfriend, if you're using dried tomatoes, you can use the oil to coat your potatoes so it cooks nicely in the oven. Finally, shake it up like a Polaroid picture and they're ready to go in the oven to bake for about 15 to 20 minutes. After about 5 to 10 minutes, your eggplants should have a dark brown coat to it, which means they're ready to be flipped. And while you're waiting for the opposite side to cook, you can start preparing your tomato sauce. Again, you can use some of the dried tomato oil to coat the pan, then add the onions and garlic as well as some spices to get more flavor out of them. And once they've slightly browned, you can add the tomatoes and tomato sauce. And once everything has been cooked, you're ready to bring them all together. Now, if you consider this one serving, the calories are 1,354. The macros are 120 grams of carbs, 80 grams of fat, and 54 grams of protein. But this is a pretty hefty serving, so I would say an average serving is about 2/3 of this. And there's also a lot of room to remove the fats by easing up on the oil and baking everything. But regardless, you're likely to end up with a filling meal packed with nutrition and flavor. So as you can see, hemp seeds are extremely versatile, whether it be a topping, a smoothie enhancer, a sauce, or breading. There are a variety of use cases and I've only scratched the surface. I've used hemp seeds for a few weeks now and they have now become a daily staple in my daily diet. And I look forward to experimenting with other recipes in the future. So hopefully you took at least one thing from this video, whether it be a recipe or simply you learned something new about hemp seeds. If you're wondering where I got them from the website called Coral, where I actually got a few other superfoods, which I will highlight in future videos. And if you want to stay up to date, please subscribe to this channel, or you can follow me on Instagram at @SequenceSushi with 2 eyes for more foodie inspirations. As a reminder, these videos are intended to complement my overall mission of helping to end global hunger. So from 80 cents, you can do the same. And the link is in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.